Hello everyone, this is Tracy Kelly. I'm coming from Homeschool is My Superpower at www.homeschoolpower.com. Hello, I apologize for not showing my face. I am recording today on my phone and in my bedroom because that's the quietest place in the house. And I could not figure out how to switch from selfie mode to the front facing mode. Oh well, and if I did on selfie mode, all of the booklets that I'm going to show you would be backwards. So I'm just going to, you know, record this way. You just won't get to see my face today. But I am actually taping a much requested video on the 6th grade ACE curriculum. I told you in another video that this year I purchased the 3rd grade and the 6th grade curriculum for ACE, which stands for Accelerated Christian Education. And I got a request to get an in-depth look at the 6th grade curriculum. I did one for 3rd grade. It got rather long, so I just asked if anyone wanted to see the 6th grade that you were requested. It was requested, so I'm going to do my best to show you and answer any questions that you may have. If I don't answer your questions in this video, please leave me your questions in the comment section, and I will do my best to get back with you. Well, what you're looking at right now is the social studies curriculum, one of the booklets for 6th grade. You will get around 11 other books like this for the whole school year for each subject. So it's going to be a big packet of, curriculum. They call these PACES, which stand for Packet of Christian, Packet of Accelerated Christian Education, basically. So it is a packet of booklets for each subject. And this is the first one, which is 1061. They're numbered based on grade level. This will be your 6th level, 1061, and it goes all the way to 1072, I believe, or I think it's 1072. So by the end of the year, he will be done with those and ready for the next grade level. But right now, you're looking at a social study that he's already completed, and he's on now to 1062. Now, the way that they move on to the next booklet is they're tested after they complete the full booklet. They're given a test. If they pass the test, they can move on to the next booklet. If not, they need to review the booklet before moving on to the next booklet and go over the concepts that maybe they missed. Now, my personal preference is if they score a A or a B, they're able to move on. If it's below a B, then I have them go back over the material before I actually give them a retest. And then, depending on the score on the retest, they're able to move on to the next subject. So on this booklet, as you can see right here, he scored a 94 on his test. So he was able to move on to the 1062 booklet. Now I'm going to give you a quick in-depth look at the social studies booklet. Every single booklet, every single subject will have goals that you will see for that through the whole entire booklet. This one gives you vocabulary words. They give him a timeline to show what happens in the stories that he will be reading in social studies. Every booklet gives you a learn the verse box where you learn a different Bible verse for this booklet. As you test out of this booklet, you will move to another Bible verse. Every page of this book, just about, they review that same verse over and over again until they memorize it. They're able to write it. And when they take their exam, that's going to be part of the thing they're tested on. Right here's an example of a character word. Now, they're going to reiterate this character word throughout the whole booklet as well. So they learn that particular character. Now, here we're looking at, he was giving a Bible word drill. So basically, he was giving words and vocabulary. And you have different kind of little things like here, consider a person attentive to the needs of others. So again, we're going over our character word. This would be an example of the reading. He's reading, this is the fall of man. So he's going over this. And another thing I like to say is for sixth grade, I think they just started doing a Bible curriculum in addition, but really you don't need a Bible curriculum in my opinion, because social studies is a lot of Bible history for sixth grade. As I'm seeing, they're going over Genesis. So it's a lot of Bible history. So you really don't need to purchase one unless you just want to. So they also incorporate different aspects into, we have fossils here, frozen remains of mammoths. So of course you're doing Bible history, but they also go over different evidences of the flood okay, so they also going over different parts of social studies as well. Now here they give, which I really like this, they give little cartoons to show the character verse because they can relate better to the cartoons. I think they're showing being considerate. This lady right here, Miss Martha, those dear boys must be thirsty after playing so hard. And Miss Martha doesn't look very happy. If they are, let them go home and get something to drink. So she's not being considerate. And right here, this lady takes it upon herself to still give them something to drink, and they're very appreciative. So they're showing the difference of being considerate and not being considerate. So right here, as you can see, they do maps. New World existed maps. So we have some more history and social studies, but we also incorporate Bible history into that. Now for ACE, I spent $250 per child, which I have two. So it's about $500 for the entire year. I did purchase, in addition to the $250, I purchased the literature set for them with their chapter books that they will need for the year. You don't have to do that. The literature books do go over those particular books, and they give them questions based on those particular books. Unless you're going to skip over that, I would suggest getting them because that's how they will be able to do the assignment. If not, if you're not going to purchase it, then I would just give them their own literature assignment, and you can use the chapter books that you choose. But in the set, right now he's reading one called The Fugitive King, which is about David. It's just in chapter book form. I also purchased Christians with Courage, Treasures of the Snow, Alexi's Secret Mission. I always mess that up. Don't know why. Grandpa's Christmas Gift, The Pilgrim's Progress. So those are his books in addition to The Fugitive King, which I did not bring. Those are the ones that he have. Now here is an example of the literature and creative writing. They are one subject. And again, you would be using those books to do the majority of the work. It's going to be the same for each booklet. You're going to have your goals. You're going to have something, instead of the character word, they gave them a whole verse to talk about character. This is his memorization verse. And here is a cartoon to reiterate the Bible verse or the character trait. Okay, right here you can see they give them an explanation. They're going to be reading Alexi's Secret Mission. We're talking about foreshadowing in this lesson. So they're going to give them a lesson, and then they're going to work on their problems based on that assignment. Here's another assignment. Now read the selection and respond. So it's kind of like comprehension again. As you can see, you see this big yellow box on the bottom, the bright yellow box. It says supervisor's initials. Now, they refer to the homeschooling parent or teacher as the supervisor. So, when your student is done, you would go over this and you would sign it to show that you saw their work and you complete whatever has to be done. Now, in between lessons, you will see checkups. Checkups are basically like quizzes. They go over what they should have known or learned so far. At the bottom, you see where they say score this page, correct mistakes, and rescore. So what you're going to do basically, score is to grade it, correct it. If they had any mistakes, they go back and correct them. And then you go back and rescore it. That means you go back and check it again to make sure that they got the concept that they missed the first time. When they're done with a booklet, they will be giving a self-test. This self-test looks a lot like the test is going to look when they get it. A lot like the test. So once they do that, you do the same. You score it, you correct it, and you go over the things that they got wrong so that they have a better understanding before they take the test. Now, how do you score this? Do you have to buy the parent kit? Well, you buy the score keys, which basically is the key or the parent. Now, I made this myself. And this is the score key for 6th grade. This is all of the answers for every subject in this binder. Now, they send you, if you don't have to purchase. Now, this is separate also. If you purchase the keys, they will send you one for every booklet for every subject. And every one of them are in 3s. I'm going to show you what I mean. I got it tabbed here. This is English. Right here, my little English tab. English, you can see, is for books 1061 through 1063. So this is all 3 of those booklets in one thing. So after 3, you will get the next English one out. You have a math score key here. And they give you basically the answers to each problem. All of the score keys are the same.